While the sunshine brings the light, fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 Safe and sound.
Yo, what's up everybody? I am Torgy Gaming. As you may or may not already know, my name is Smith. Give me just a second to chew up this bite of food back there. There we go. Alright. Yo, what's up everybody? So today, we're going to be doing a little bit of what we did the last time, which if I remember correctly was a model working video. But in this case, we're doing something a little bit different. There'll be a little snack bar here. Oh. Come on. There you go. Ah. Okay. So, what I've been doing as of late is working on a map for something. And I thought, you know what? Let's do this on camera. Maybe have some fun with it. Now in this case, I already have like a core model. But what I've done is I've pulled up maybe like 20 tabs. And some people cringe at just that word right there, or that phrase. But I pulled up about 20 tabs of a website's modeling page. And we're going to see which ones we can work with here. Let me turn on display. There it is. So I got Unity right here, there's chat. Alright, let me just pull Microphone a little closer. There we go. So I have all these tabs right here. The site is called Free 3D. This was the first website, if I remember correctly, first website I ever used to get models that was not DeviantArt. You guys, I'm gonna give you a little tip here. DeviantArt is not made for maps. It's made for avatars and stuff, and actual MMD models and XPS models. Don't go to DeviantArt if you want to find something for worlds. Go to actual model websites, like, what is it called? It's like CRT Grade or something like that. Centigrade. I forget what it is. You can buy some stuff there. There's Turbo Squid. There's Free 3D, which is what we're looking at now. 3D Warehouse and plenty more. This was just the one I started with. So let's see. Now, what I do when I go and get new models, is I'll make a folder for it somewhere on my computer, and I will actually take the link and then drag that into the folder as well. The reason why I do that, like, oh man, let's take the first one right here. Have my folder up and over here. See right here. What I'll do is I will, well, first off, what I do is make a path for it. We'll go over here and I'm just going to label it as a digit because that's how I find things. There we go. Now I have it segmented to that folder. Or to that folder anyway. So now we're going to drag this. The reason I do this is that way if I ever need to, I can actually just preview what the model is without having to go through all the files and stuff like that to try and figure out what it is. And in most cases, you would actually have to be trying to figure out what you're looking at just through the different textures. With this, if the link still works, you'll be able to find what you need. Not find what you need. You'll be able to see what you're looking at a lot faster. Yeah, that's fine. This will pop up, click that, and it'll download. Now we don't need this anymore, so we can close that. I have that model somewhere on my computer, but I've lost it by now. Okay, and put the zip right there. We don't need the downloaded zip anymore. Now, let me show you. See, you get this little zip folder right here. What I do is I tend to go right here, show in folder, it'll pull up the downloads folder, and I'll just drag and drop it. Get rid of the original, keep the copy. Now, there's two ways you can unzip these things, if you don't know. If it's a zip file, a Windows machine will just do this by default. You just simply right-click it, and you hit Extract All. You'll get this. What I prefer to do is just simply get rid of that to the first slash. And it will put it in here. But if you keep it with this, it will make it a file for itself. Now, there's another way you can do this too. If you have something like 7-zip, like I do, you can just simply hit Extract here. It does its job. And there you go. Take a look at the README here. There you go. See, this is also something you can look out for too. Some of these websites will actually make it to where you can make money off of this stuff because this is a game object library, not a VRChat library. And every site's different, every publisher's different for every model. Just do your homework. Try to not break anything. If you know what I mean. Okay. So, see, I have a few, like, preview textures right here. This is basically what it would look like. Oh. I haven't seen that before. Or, not seen that before. I haven't seen that in a long time. But you have the file right here. You have the OBJ, which is blenders, and maps, which are short for materials, usually from what I've seen. So this actually has like a lot of stuff in it. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna open up Blender here. Let me throw away this wrapper. Almost just spilt liquid all over my desk. We're good. That was gonna be a mess and a half to clean up. There. There we go. Okay. So, for those of you that are used to the way DeviantArt makes models work and everything, that's not how it works with the traditional way of doing it in Blender. The way you normally would do it with something like this, I'm gonna hit A and then X, delete. Okay. Normally, if you have the CATS plugin, you go up here, import model, and then put it in. In this case, we don't get that. So we're gonna go up here to import, and this is always just by default with Blender. Most of these are plugins. And what we're gonna do is we're going to find where it is. Now, in my case, I have different things set up. That was an old file. If it's grayed out like that, it means you can't click it anymore. So we're gonna go to... We're gonna back out. I'm gonna click this, there. Okay. Here. And so I always have it, hit plus, and there you go. Leave the shortcut right there. I swear if I'm not... Ah, goodness. Now my mom's watching me. Mom, if you're gonna do this, use the chat. Don't text me. I have an account last time I checked. Okay. And yes. Where was I? Here. I'm gonna go over here to OBJ. Now this is gonna take a minute. Oh, okay, that one actually went a lot faster. Okay, so I'm gonna grab right here and pull that down. So I got 3 meshes. Scroll out. Oh yeah, that's not bad. So what someone has done is they've built one side and then mirrored it. And that's a very simple thing to do. In this case, let me see. That's not that bad. Join them all up. Now, if you all want a more like in-depth tutorial on how these shortcuts work, let me know and I'll do that. Because in order to keep things in a timely manner, I can't just go through every shortcut I do. There we go. I've got that all done. And now, armature, connect. You see how many polygons is this? Terrible. I'm gonna hit fix model. Now, this is probably not gonna have too many textures to it. Alright, there we go. It's loading. Bam. Alright. Alright. Not bad. Ooh, that's a stretch texture. It's not terrible, though. Actually, looking at this part right here reminds me of looking at a computer motherboard. First time I looked at the model. Okay, so we're gonna click this, join them all up, translate everything to English. Over here. Materials, combine every material that's the same. Okay. Convert all the textures to PNGs. Which, if you do not know, a .png or PNG, or I'm sure someone's probably called it ping at some point. I personally haven't. But I know there's probably someone that has .ping folders or .ping files. They are images that are overlayable, meaning that they're transparent. You can actually look through them. You can put them on something, and it can actually be like a cutout or something, and you could put that on top of another image, like a stencil of some kind, and it not completely overwrite the previous image. Confused yet? Alright, now we're gonna go here to Atlas, generate. Okay. We're gonna hit save to Atlas. And all of these are different materials. Okay. And you can't name this, so we're just gonna go create Atlas. There we go. Now I only have the one material. Now, when I go to put this in Unity, it's not going to look like this. It is not going to look like this. Everything is going to be a lot more lower resolution. But when you're working with VRChat compared to actual video games, you want more frames. And one way to do that is to decrease how many materials you have. And unfortunately, with Atlasing, at least the way I've been doing it, I only just figured out how to do it. When you Atlas, it causes the textures to get smaller. And the smaller an image gets, the harder it is for a material in Unity to actually see it in a good amount of resolution. So if you get it too small, it becomes very blurry. So, kind of work with what you can do. It's either keep a lot of resolution and lag a lot, or lose resolution and have a fine experience. And eventually I just said, screw it, I'm going to make it a better experience for everyone. Because you can make some of the most dull looking materials and colors look good still. Alright, so here we go. And now I have it right here. Let's go get the next one. It's gonna go here. 2. Minimize that. Okay, since you now know what I'm doing, I'm just gonna keep this over here now. Let's get this one. Drag into here for the preview. Click that. Click the window. Don't need you anymore. Okay, see, I right click that. Show the Chillin folder, there it is, and then I just drag this over to here. Right click, delete. You can also just hit delete on your keyboard, close that. And I recommend scanning. I didn't do this with the last one, because you never know when someone might hide something, so it's always good to just scan it anyway. There we go. Take a look at the README. Huh? Most of them always say these same things, but... okay. Now let's go and pull up Blender again. Oh. Make sure everything's highlighted. Okay. Import. Wait a minute. No, I need to import OBJ. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I remember this model. Let's shrink it. This gets it closer to the center. Center it up. Let's try to get it flat with this grid. This grid is what is known as the floor. When you're working with models, like let's say a VRChat avatar, if you have the shoes, for example, under this grid, that means your shoes are going to be under whatever floor you're standing on. Think of this floor as any game
floor. If something is under it, it's going to be under that floor. So if you want it to be showing, you have to make sure it's above it. Or you'll have to, in this case with game objects, you just simply got to move it higher. Long story short, just keep it above the grid. Okay. Now in this case, it's a little bit under the grid, but it's not that bad. Okay, so... Okay. And then... Fix. There we go. Translate, join. Okay. Combine every same material. Convert a model PNG. This will be very quick and easy. I like it when there's very few materials you have to go through. Because that then means it's just going to be fast in Blender. That means the resolution is going to be practically the same. Export the model now. Great. Okay. Ooh. Now, some people might say, why on earth are you showing all this stuff off? Kind of showing away your secrets, yeah. I thought it was about time that I kind of expose where a lot of this good stuff comes from. And you can get a lot of this stuff for cheap or free. You just gotta know where to look. This is just one example. Just one example. Now, funny enough, Hogwarts here is actually in Future RP. It's the, like, main school. And I plan on using this at some point. So I will go ahead and grab this. Oh, hey, Dobby. Download. You also have to be sure that Blender can even read what you're trying to use. Yeah, I can use that. Yeah. Now, you don't have to like close out the downloads window every time you get a model. Like, I'll get it and then close it out. Or at least that's what I've been doing in the stream. What I'll usually do is on my second monitor, I'll have them sitting like this. That way I can just click between them. And delete. And then when I get the next one, pops in, just drag it over. Scan. Unzip. And there you go. So in this case, I'm not going to close that window again. Okay, Blender. Okay. Oh, let me recenter everything. Come on. Import OBJ. It's only one mesh. Okay. So someone's already done the work for me then. How many? This is gonna take a minute. Maybe not? Never mind. Okay, shrink. Oh, there it is. There it is. Let me see. Now this is something you have to check all the time. You have to make sure the entire model actually went through. You put it back on solid. And... yeah, like right here, see that wall's missing. Is that necessarily a bad thing? Nah. Just depends on what angle we're gonna use. Let me see here. This wall is fine, it's just transparent. That also means that... yeah, see the wall is there on that side, but it's not here. When I go into Unity, I'm going to use Flatlit Toon and use the outline on it. You can also use outline on other things and it'll fix it too. Now, I don't think this thing has an interior to it, really. No. You can still walk around it, though. I'm mostly going to put this on a floating island I have in the background. Wait a minute, something looks different. From what I remember of seeing the movies, isn't there supposed to be like one of these types of towers right here, like these little thin ones, just sort of like on its own, or if it is connected to one of these things, it stretches up really, really, really far? Or is that just me? That might just be me. Okay. Now then, let's see here. How many materials are we looking at? One? Okay. It won't be that bad for what I'm doing. Now in this case, since it's literally already done for us, we could just simply export it. And we're done. That's also something you need to read up on. Not all of these will actually have textures. So sometimes you have to do that yourself. Go into it like let's click it again. See, this one obviously has textures. Or at least you would think. Let's go down. Textures? No. Materials? No. Rig? No. What this is this is not textures. This is material color. Which is two different things. Sometimes you only need material color to do something. Okay. Now, let me go over here and make a fourth file. There we go. Here we go. Here's one. Drag that over. So it doesn't have textures either. That's fine. Now, while something is downloading in at least Windows 10, you'll sometimes get these files right here. Don't worry about them. It's just like, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but you can't move it, you can't delete it. What happens is, it's like part of the file itself. Watch what happens when I delete this. See, it disappears. And it doesn't end up in the trash can either. It's just there, and then it's just not there. Someone might be able to explain that. I can't. Okay, scan, we're fine. Okay. Extract it all. There we go. And look at the readme. We don't need that anymore. Okay. Blender. Now, I'm going at a fun pace for me right now. I'm not going super fast. I'm not going extra slow. This is about how fast I normally go when I'm really trying to do it. There we go. Ooh. So it's literally just called Atlantis. Ah, there's the city. What's this one? Oh, that's the city. Now I'm gonna use this whole thing. Join them up. Okay. In this case, I will actually shrink it down. It's gonna leave it the same, but never mind. Okay. Add the armature. Object. Fix. There we go. Ah, looks like something out of Star Wars. Combine the same materials. I recommend doing this first because it will actually shorten the time you need when it comes to atlasing, because some things will actually already be joined for you. At least with the atlasing I'm doing. I do not think I'm doing it right, but I'm doing it a way that works. Okay, gonna need to give that a minute. There we go. Atlas. Yeah, we're fine. Save the atlas. And there we go. Now, why am I atlasing like this so much? Well, these are mostly backdrop structures. So it really doesn't matter how detailed they are. Even if you end up getting up close to them, it won't matter too much. Because in VRChat, you, like I said, you can make even the lowest poly things, or low res things, actually look good. You just gotta know what you're doing to an extent. Also, a reason why I'm doing these, like, map videos and model videos... Oh, my mic. Reason I'm doing it like this so much is because a lot of my friends want to learn how to do this, and I am using this as a way to show them a little bit of what I'm doing. Hopefully they'll be able to pick up a thing or two from it. I'm going to select a few of these things. There we go. And that's how I keep building up tabs like that. I'll look around like, hey, I could use that, hey, I could use that, hey, I could use that, and the next thing you know, I have like 400 tabs in total built up over the course of a few days. No, I've never had that many tabs open. I have had 100 tabs open before, though. Okay. This is actually the website. Little fun fact here. This is the website I used to go to find good ship exterior models. However, a lot of them needed a good chunk of work to them. Yes and no. Keep looking through here. Okay. Let me get the more Martian looking one. Here we go. Okay, and extract it. Or, wait a minute, scan first. Scan first. Unless you really trust the provider. There we go. Read. Read. Same thing. Okay. Minimize that. Now, this number right here doesn't always mean everything. If you see one that says 50, it could go a lot faster than something of that size. It really just depends on the model. Every single one changes. Every single one is different. Every single one changes. Okay. Now, this is like a full-on map to itself. That is fine. So we're gonna shrink it. Shrinking just helps with, like, trying to find everything in the end. Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'll keep everything for now, and if I ever need to... Yeah, that's literally just a plane. I can get rid of that at any moment. Now, normally, I don't keep things like this. Like, already built terrain. Because it's usually just not necessary. I mean, I work in Unity, so it's like, why would I need it? I can make it myself. Well, sometimes it's okay to just work with what's already there. Like, if you really do not have the time to sit there and painstakingly by hand carve out stuff, it's okay to let someone else do it for you. Define, convert. So there shouldn't be any textures. It did do 3, okay. Fix the model. Oh! Oh my god, it looks like, plaid or bacon. Okay. I actually like this look. Yes, this is very Martian looking. I have something I can use this for. Okay. Create the atlas. Oh. And then export. Now, eventually, the sheer amount of polygons will become an issue, but right now they don't. Okay, and there we go. Get ready for the next one. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I can already hear people be like, Donald, you're killing your computer. Be quiet. Like so many tabs, the cringe. Well, the YouTube one, certainly over here on the other side of things, isn't gonna be there forever, nor is this. And someone might say, well, what are you gonna do with the other tabs anyway? You found all this stuff, what are you gonna do with it? Well, when I'm done, I'll actually take all these and then drag them over to the file and then open them up at a later date to use. Maybe that one? 6. You know, let's get the Martian one anyway. I might be able to do something with it still. Okay. Scan. What are we looking at? Alright, we're fine. Wait, scan it again. Did I? Okay. Okay. Set up. Oh. Listen to that saxophone play. Okay. Is this the same thing? I think it's mostly just referring to this. Okay, then in that case, yeah, I can use this. I'm gonna drag you forward. Armature. There. Fix. Kinda like that, actually. Oh. Save to Atlas. Okay. Next. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Get to you, don't need you anymore. Fine. Thunder. Okay, import OBJ. Back up 1, 2, there we go. And bam. Go. Okay, so this one's actually kind of obvious to me. What someone did was they basically made this... It's not completely symmetrical. It's a bit longer here. Okay. What someone did was they basically built a... How many are there? 10, so I guess that would be technically a 10th one of these, like, wedges. They built one of these and then copied it. They stretched it, put the center point probably about right there, and then around. Well, either way, let me see. Where is the floor? Right here. Okay, and armature. Shrink. Back up. Fix. At this point, if you wanted to, you could also remove the armature, because literally the point of adding the armature to the mesh and hitting fix model is because cats will actually do a lot of it for you, and it speeds it up quite a lot. Once again, if you know what you're doing, you don't necessarily have to have it, but some of us, like myself, are actually quite crunched for time a lot. So I can't just sit there and manually do it. So having that tool there that does it for you every single time. Perfect. So there's only 2. Save to Atlas. That means this and probably this are 2 different materials. Export. And bam. Okay. I'm gonna keep Blender up this time. Next one. Oh, wait a minute. Should I? Maybe that one? I don't know. Here we go. Oh, no, I don't want to make a new shortcut. Here we go. 8.
Dancing in my chair right now. Yeah.
Again. So far, all of these have been by the same person. Blender, center. And someone might say, well, if it says import model up here, why do you keep going right here? These only work with like Miku Miku dance files, and you can see the file formats that they support right here. So we have FBX, VRM, that's VRoid, is what that is. XNLR, that's XPS. I'm not sure what source is. And MMD, Miku Miku dance. And if you click one of these, it will only show up to that one. See, if you just hit this, it says import any model. But the moment you select one of these, it will only want to import that one. So import over here. This is a much more manual way, and this is how we used to have to do it too. Someone might also say, wait a minute, you're using the old version of Blender, aren't you? Yeah, because this is what I'm used to using. I'm used to using an older version of Unity, I'm used to using an older version of Blender, and I'm used to using older techniques. The reason why I don't update to any new ones is because I'm just that fast with things now. That actually didn't come out right. What I'm trying to say is because I learned from an older method and used that older method for so long, that's what I am not just the most accustomed to, but that's what I am the fastest at doing. And I mean, if you can't tell by this down here... Actually, can you? I mean, look at OBS. Yeah, if you can't tell by down here, I have literally 3 versions of Unity installed right now. So, yeah. Get rid of the cube, that one there. Okay. Join. Shrink. Ooh, I like this one. You know what? Try to get it in the center there. Bam. Fix model. You don't have to keep it in the grid, it just helps with it later on. You can get it small enough, do it. Combine all the materials. Invert every texture. See, now after atlasing, that's going to look a lot lower resolution. This is obviously cut out of something. Kind of reminds me of the movie, what was it called? Tomorrowland? Is that what it was? Starring... almost said Hugh Hefner, no. Starring George Clooney. I think it is Tomorrowland. George Clooney plays, this person that... oh god, what was it? He plays this kid that ended up stumbling across these people that were from this just dimension that were extremely ahead of their time. And the movie shows it through his life from the perspective of this, like, 14-year-old teenage girl. Yep. Okay. Nope. Get ready for the next one, if there is one. Here we go. Ooh, okay, wait a minute. That, if there's gonna be people throughout this scene, I might need to wait on that one. Look at the rest of this. Okay, I have you. You. Not you. Not you. I need to work on that one. And you. So, what I'm going to do with these others is I'll just, like I said, I'll throw them into the folder and open them up at a later date. However, I got 3 left. So, we're going to go out of the ones I want anyway. That was fast. And you're good. I'll scan it one more time just to be sure. Read me. Probably the same. Okay. Is this the same thing or no? It's the same thing. Do I have it this time? There we go. Ooh, okay. There we go. Now I see why it's called Serpentine City. So I'm gonna just try to center this up. Now if I try to do it, like shrink it again, it'll do that. Let me do this. By the way, if you hold control, it'll snap it instead of having to smoothly do it. Center it up, and bam. Object, fix model. Obviously, a lot of resizing is going to have to be done. But that's fine. See what I'm looking at. Honestly, I was saying this the other day. well, thinking to myself, looking at this stuff, especially after being atlased, reminds me of Flight Simulator terrain. Because it's just that low resolution. I mean, looking at this right now, it's like I'm looking at something out of X-Plane. And yes, I do play those every now and then if I can. The only one I own is FSX. But I don't own a yoke of any kind. We have like one in the garage somewhere, but I'll have to go and fish that out. And ain't nobody got time for that. At least I don't. Okay, this is gonna take a second. Now, when you're converting textures to PNGs, you're not actually truly converting them. You're actually taking them, copying them, and then taking that copy and converting the copy into a PNG. And depending on how many textures there are, will depend on how long it'll take. If there's 5, it'll take just a few seconds. If there is 500, it may take a few minutes. Atlas, generate. Oh, yeah. Save to Atlas. Okay. Okay, there we go. 10. Now, when I go to do it over here, it will not update until I do this. There we go. Okay, there we go, show in folder. It's already pulled up, but it'll put it right up to the front if you do that. Scan. Basically, if you already have the downloads page pulled up, but it's behind like 15 windows, if you click show in folder, it will push it straight up to the front automatically. So you don't have to go and move everything around and try to find it. Someone might also say, well, you can also go down to your hotbar and do that too. Convenience. Okay. What? Oh. Wrong button. Yep. Interesting. Not a bad look. Kinda like it. So this is what's poking out right here. Okay. Actually, this time we can push this to here. Because this will be a good center point for it. You can just pick and choose. Yep. geez. There it goes. Atlas generate. Ooh, yeah. Oh, I put the Atlas in the wrong place. Nah, it's still in the right folder anyway. Taking a second. There it goes. Place, and I'm going to take the Atlas image, I'm going to stick that up in there with it. Okay, there we go. New. I got one left. There we go. I'm gonna drag this back to here now, because I don't need to deal with that one anymore. Bam. Okay. Scan. We're fine. Extract. We're fine. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. Shrink. There. Now this is already center. The center point. Sony. I know that right there. I saw that in the map at one point. I'm trying to remember. Which, I don't know if Quartz is actually a real company name or not. There we go. Yes, I do that multiple times. Don't judge me. You're being judged, Donald. Okay. Invert the textures. Jeez. Oh, it finished. Okay. This is something you're gonna have to learn when it comes to these types of things. You'll be converting models for so long that you'll actually end up getting tired. And I'm already there. And I have Purple Lotus tonight. If you don't know what that is, it's a roleplay group in VRChat. Okay. Export. Alright, we're good. Okay, gonna drag this out now. Now, for the rest of these, I'm gonna drag and drop. Almost done. Hmm? Hmm. Oh, shoot. Almost done. Four, three, two, one. Oh. There we go. Alright. So we have how many? 11. Now, I'm just gonna do this. And then what I'll do is I'll go through each of the folders in Unity. And I'll get rid of what I don't need. Makes it so that way you don't have to go through there and just simply drag and drop everything.
Oh, I can't forgive, can't forget myself. The peace that I'm missing, it kills me inside. I need help, oh please give me back
Almost done. Move this over. Oh, I can't. Gotta wait. I'll use this as a chance to check Discord. See if there's anything that anyone's messaged me. Friend of mine streaming. Once that green goes away, I'll be good to go. Just kind of doing some finalizations right now with it in Unity. What's this? Okay. Literally, I'm just waiting at the moment. There's nothing else I can really do right now but wait. Yep, it's almost done. It's chugging away. There it goes. Okay, and I still have the folders right there. Alright, cool. Okay, fix. Clear. Now, when you look in here, it'll obviously have all of this stuff. So we're going to get rid of that. There we go. Back in here. Same thing. Get rid of it. Okay, I don't think I'm going to need the folder open anymore, so I'm going to close that. Okay. Let's begin with that. Okay. Let me focus in on this. This is what I have right now that I'm working on. See, it's all blurry and stuff. It didn't look like this originally. And that flickering's due to the shader, not the model. Okay. Let me see here. Wait, is that the OBJ file? I can't tell. Well, either way. Shrink that down. Materials. Where's the atlas? There it is. Yep. Then opaque. There we go. when that type of stuff happens like that. Okay. We got that one fixed up. Atlas. Bring out the model. Okay. Hey. Yeah, I can't show what this is all going to be used for until a certain amount of people see it. So we're going to just pretty much work on this in here for now. Let me take this and shrink it down. But I basically just make it a small miniature for now. There. Now you can actually see what dip I'm doing. Oh. Where is it? Is this one? Yes. Okay, so these things have polys, that we know that. Okay, so let me... I'm mostly just using this as a way to see everything. Oh, so I guess it's not it. This is something different. What material is on this? Oh. Because there's that main... I see. Did I not atlas it? Hmm. Hmm. Let me see, what can I do here? Ooh. Oh, there we go. Let me go over here and do this. Hmm. No. Can I use it just on these roofs? Do something to break this up. Sometimes I just don't like how these things end up. Okay. What about this? How many materials? It's not the absolute worst thing. Need to find me a better Hogwarts at some point. Shrink it down. So, Hogwarts, at least in future, is always just sort of placed off on its own. Just always sort of off in the corner. Didn't really do much. Just sort of sits there. We're gonna set it right there for now. Get rid of that. Okay. Put that one right there. Shrink. This one I'm actually going to keep off over here on its own. Just like this one. Okay. 6. One of these I actually want to be incredibly large compared to this. So I'm gonna move this over here. Okay. There'll be several of these surrounding it. Okay. 7. Millennium City. Okay. 8. Here we go. Something like that? Nah. Okay. Okay. And okay. 11. Zero. Okay. And shrink it down. There it all is. So this one's sort of off over here on its own. Hogwarts is off over here on its own. Don't need them. Now, let me look through here. So far, the only thing on this that is a lot is Hogwarts. Okay. Alright. Go and place a few of these around. Okay. Can I do this? Barely. Say something about like that, and then these drag them up over here. Okay. There we go. Done with that. Create empty city. That one. There we go. Back it up. Okay, so first this. Fine. Did I use the wrong one? Might have. Okay then. Let's switch it up later. That one kept it. Where's this? Oh, it's these. Flatlit, outline, white. There we go. See, does it change the bottom? Yes, it does. Fine. Fine. Already fine. Fine.
Let's be friends. You only need what's best for you and not them. Don't pretend. Now
Okay. We're good. Oh. Yep. wrong one.
See everything we believe.
There we go. This. Bam. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna require a lot of work in the background. Shouldn't be too bad. Or too hard, I should say. Well, anyway.
In order to continue, I gotta spoil stuff, so I'm not going to do that.
Instead, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. It's been going on for almost 2 hours. Alright, everybody, I hope you did enjoy this. If you do want more of this, don't forget to smack that like button to let me know that you want more of this. And with that said, wherever you guys it goes to like are, God bless you. I hope you're having a good morning, evening, afternoon, or night. And I'll talk to you guys it goes again next time. Bye, everybody. God bless.